Alright, this is going to be the last video on Chapter 9. We're actually going to go back to 9.2. This is where we're going to rely on everything on the TI Inspire. So make sure to bring that to class. You can see in your notes, it has an intro and it has the y equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. We're going to get to this objective, but first, let's just go over how you graph on the TI Inspire. So I'm going to take this y equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. I'm going to graph it on the Inspire. Okay. So let's see here. If you graph on the Inspire, you want to go up to Graph, hit Enter. There's your coordinate plane. Now to get the equation, you want to hit Tab. So hit Tab. See where I have f1 of x. That's the same thing. This is the same thing as saying y. And then you can see I'm just typing in x squared minus 2x minus 8. Then we hit Enter. Okay. Then we get our parabola. So you can see the parabola right there. Now let's get back to the objective. Okay, the objective says that I want to solve that equation. Well, what does that mean? Solve for what? You have two variables. Basically what you do is, to solve an equation, you take this y value and you set the y value equal to 0. That's what it means when it says solve for a quadratic equation. So really what we're solving for is 0 equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. So if I want to find out where y is equal to 0, well, think of it. Where y is equal to 0, right? If this y equals 0, it's on the x-axis. Any point on the x-axis, like here, x is negative 10, but y is 0. Here, x is 10, but y is 0. So what you really want to find are the x-intercepts. Those are going to be the answers to the equation. So I'm going to put this here. This is what you're finding. You're finding the x-intercepts. Some cases there's going to be a couple. Some cases there will only be one. Some cases there's not going to be any. You just look at your graph. Well, we want to find where it hits the x-axis here and where it hits the x-axis here. You can kind of see it looks like it's pretty easy. That's over 2 spaces. This looks like from the origin it's to the right 4. But you're going to have some where it's going to be a decimal. Now, this is how the calculator computes the x-intercepts. Another name for the x-intercepts are called the zeros, because it's where y equals 0, these 2 points. All right, this is how you'd want to find the zeros. All right. So, right, I want to find these 2 points. Now you're going to go down, you're going to hit Menu. And down on Menu, you want to go down to 6, Analyze Graph. Then hit Enter on zeros. Then see how it says left bound? So you want to hit Enter right there and then go to the right. Okay? So when you do that, this gives you the 0 right here of negative 2. So that's one of your answers. X equals negative 2 is one of the answers. Now to get the other one, we found this point right here. To get the other one, you want to do the same thing. I want to get this 0. So this is where you're going to have to do the same thing. You're going to hit Menu. Okay, let's keep going. So you want to find that point. So again, we hit Menu. We go down to Analyze Graph, go to 0. Left bound, I click on a point to the left of it, right there, and I drag it past the 0. Hit Enter, and you can see you get 4, 0 for it. Okay? I guess I took off. So these are the 2 answers right here. Negative 2 and 4. I erased the other one, but these are the 2 answers. X equals negative 2 and 4. And if you actually took these, negative 2 and 4, if you took this and plugged it back into this equation, it's going to equal 0. You know, I'm going to take 4, I'm going to plug it in. Let's see here, 4 squared is 16. 2 times 4 is 8. So 16 minus 8 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Okay? So that shows you how to find the zeros on the TI Inspire. Kind of review. Remember, you want to hit Menu. And then from Menu, you want to go down to 6, Analyze Graph. And then you're already on 1, which is 0. And you're just finding the zeros. So you're finding the x-intercepts. This is the same thing as finding the zeros of the quadratic equation. You want to get the points where it hits the x-axis.